Hello, hello. Welcome to the Parlor of Magical Curiosity. This is my library, guys. I did the first video with a super quick look at the astrology section. And now I'm here in the spirituality section. So I have some books that I really love. This is one of them. This is my Persian. I love the ancient Persians were very, very wise. And there's a lot of books. This is one that I read probably 1 year ago. And it's so great. This is medieval. This is very old stuff. So this is like conversations between, this is a conference of birds, right? So there's always one of the birds represents a certain type of person, right? The one that is always rushing, the one that is very selfish, the one that just wanna skip the job. So there's always the teaching about, for instance, an indecisive bird complains, right? That's funny now that we have Venus in the sign of Libra. Libras are very indecisive. Because they want to make everybody happy, they end up letting others take control of their lives because they don't decide what they want. They always rely on other people's options. That's their pitfall. This is a wonderful, wonderful experience. Farid on Din Attar, the Conference of the Birds. I'm not gonna talk about these books because you have to read them. This is amazing. This is a book that you always need this type of advice, you know, especially a lot of people is complaining on how harsh their lives are getting. And these are books that have the wisdom to overcome all this stuff, right? And then yeah, this is another Persian, Hafiz. I don't know if he's Persian. Yeah, Persian poet. Yeah, I love the Persians. Rumi. I don't have it. I have Rumi, but not in I have it in my ebook. Some books I just have them in the for emergencies, right? But I was thinking, this is my philosophy part. I was putting the other day more. I have some that are like my favorite. This is one of them, The Consolations of Philosophy by Alain de Botton. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Obviously, there's a little bit of everything, right? I have a Plato here. The Republic, it's a very important book that you have to read. If not the dialogues, I have them in Spanish. Now that the Odyssey is on a trend to see how much the movie, right? Zarathustra, it's another one that you have to read. This is a beautiful novel that explains the history of philosophy. The World of Sophie, Sophie's World by Justin Gardner. This is great, but the one that there's another one by Alain de Botton. I really like this guy. He's a teacher of philosophy, a professor. He writes a lot, and he's a Sagittarius, so he has a way of telling stories and teaching through those stories. So this is one of them. He used one topic and one philosopher to explain the topic. Amazing. The love one is let me get it. This is really this was a someone important in my life lent it to me at some point. Yeah, this is a consolation for every stage of life, right? So there's a consolation for popularity, and he is a Socrates. Another consolation for not having enough money, so being poor, and Epicurus, right? Seneca for frustration, Montaigne for inadequacy, Schopenhauer for a broken heart. That was the word. I love Schopenhauer, so this got right into my heart. And Nietzsche for difficulty. So the life of these philosophers was very tough. Schopenhauer had a huge, very, very difficult life. He never found love. It's like a very bad luck in love. And philosophers, usually, because they're difficult people, nobody understands them, right? They live in their own mind, their own world, so they have a lot of difficulties. And this other philosopher, Alain de Botton, he creates beautiful stories with their lives to explain their own concepts, right? It's great. It's very easy. I read it like, I don't know, in probably 3 days. And then I give it to my eldest son, and he read it. Well, he was here, and he really liked it too. Yeah, this guy is amazing. I was looking today at this. It's a novel, so I don't know, but probably I will read this. This is the last one that I bought, but I haven't gone through it yet. So status anxiety, that goes perfectly with the transits right now. And yesterday, very funny, I saw people in the very close to downtown. I live in a very conservative. This book is amazing. The Theological Metaphors of Marx. Yeah, I empathize with this type of philosophy. And there were communists in downtown. I was so happy to see them. Just creating a little bit of difference here, right? But this book is so beautiful. It's called In Praise of the Earth, A Journey into the Garden. This is a philosopher. I believe it's a Korean philosopher. And he lives in Berlin. He's a philosopher in a university, right, in Berlin. But he has this garden that he started creating, and it's all his observations and his philosophy about how he grows the garden, and he follows the different seasons, right? So I'm reading it according to the seasons that he's writing, so I can look around and understand better what he's talking about. So now I'm here because I haven't I read already all the summer, and now it's gonna start with autumn, right? So very nice, and he's very intelligent guy, so there's always these phrases from great poets or philosophers, and then all the observation is very nice, and then I see it from my perspective, right, from the herbalism perspective. And it's been a very interesting experience, really, to go with this book. I got it during the winter, but I was looking for something different to read. And I started reading about the flowers during winter. And there's a very nice exercise of a blue flower during winter. Very, very beautiful. approach, philosophical approach to gardening. That's a very interesting way to see. We can always choose how to look at things, right? That's the topic with the Stoics. Now that people is complaining about how difficult life is getting, I mean, it's been difficult all the time. They're just realizing how much. So this is my invitation to the Stoics, right? Seneca, letters from a Stoic. These are not so easy to read. First of all, because you get angry at how am I gonna be okay with whatever is happening, right? But the main teaching of the Stoics is to it's not about what happens, it's about how you respond to that. And to not be moved by the waves of life. It's the main approach of the Stoics, right? It's all in your head. You know how to respond, and the less you respond emotionally, the better your life will get. So it's a complete difference in changing our perspective on things and trying to detach from the emotions, which works for a lot of things, but it's a great topic, really. And I have more like the religious approach, right? This is a very interesting book, really how to observe how we think, the monkey mind. This is a very good book to understand how we are always in the mind, right? And how to stop living through the mind and really getting used to who is talking to us. It's a very interesting book. This is you can take it for like one chapter each week, or like to process it, because it's sometimes when we start getting into these topics, you need to practice, right? And then I have this is a very controversial Elizabeth Clare, prophet. I like her. She's from the New Age, from the 80s. So it feels very old. But there's a lot of interesting things in his writings. They had like a school, church. So they were like in a ranch, and the daughter, then she wrote a book about her and how bad the colony was. Yeah, you know, sometimes these teachers, they touch the sky and they believe that they have certain stretches, right? And sometimes they go too far, and we've seen that also with Osho. I have another like a little collection of Osho, 'cause I really like the teachings of Osho until I read about his life. That was not what I was expecting, but yeah, you know, and this happened again so early with Deepak Chopra. I have another one here. Deepak Chopra. This is for, I have my healing apart, more about the body, right? Disease, really, and empathy. This is related, and because it touches a lot of my own experience as an empath, and how I got sick because I was with the wrong people. Sometimes it's not you, it's the people around you that get you sick. So you have to move away from these people and find why you were getting all that energy, right? I have some from ancient Egypt. It's very interesting, all the legacy from the Egyptians and how it's been used for magic and healing and another. This is a great book. I love it. And this is a book that I always recommend. It's called The Secret Teachings of All Ages by Manly Hall. This is a very important book in esoteric philosophy. This guy, he had like a research institute, and he was murdered by like a lunatic. But he was an amazing teacher. All his teachings are in the States. I believe he left everything in California. There's like an institute with his name. But he was this type of scholar that knew everything about the occult arts, right? It's called the Philosophical Research Society, and it goes under his name. But he knows everything, you know. He has all about the occult science, from the ancient mystery societies, and obviously the Egyptians enter here, the Druids, everything, Atlantis. So the whole story, right, where the zodiac comes from, the philosophical approach, Pythagoras, mathematics, all the animal, plant, stones. Really, this book, if you read it well, you have like a very comprehensive history of magic. Everything is, and where it comes from, right? Because now when we see a lot of things, but we don't know where people is taking all these things. And he explains everything. That's why he was murdered, right? He knew too much. Well, these ones are here, so I'm gonna go with this. This is a very famous doctor that she specializes in empaths. So if you're an empath, if you attract negative energy, if you feel overwhelmed by others, like literally, like you can feel their energy, you get tired, you feel the feelings of others, you don't sleep well, you can feel the pain of the world, right? You want to fix everybody. This is a book for you, right? A lot of addiction in empathy, because, right, the emotions are so intense that you need to cope. Sometimes we don't know how to cope with our emotions, so we take in substances that help us. So this is a good book, very easy to read. It will connect with you at the core, so you can understand better who you are, that it's not your fault, that it's not that you're failed, that you're a failure. It's just that your system is different than everybody else, right? So it's good to understand who you are so you can treat yourself better. So this is a very good one. I have more for this is the energy healing for empaths, and these two are very good. It's like worker relationships. It's like for all the empaths, how to have better relationships. I have another relationships. I don't know where it is. This is very good. And this is for a witch, a modern witch, but it explains very, very good what it is to be an empath as well. Yeah, then I have some of the Akashic records. I don't go a lot into the Akashic records, to be honest. Because, you know, sometimes you move something and another things come about, so you never know, really. People take this very lightly. But the Akashic records, sometimes there are good things to rewrite, but not everything has to be fixed, right? Especially with the butterfly effect. I was trying to watch the movie the other day, but it was too intense for me. But many people is opening the Akashic. Sometimes I've done it, but if you do it for your own, it's okay, because it's you can never access information you're not ready to have. So that's a lesson from Spirit that I had. You will only get what you're ready for, right? So the keepers of the Akashic records will never let you have information that you cannot manage. But when you pay others to do the Akashic records, you don't know in which kind of level of consciousness the person is, right? That's one. Then if they alter something you were probably not ready, it can bring other type of problems. I don't know, do you remember, guys, this movie, Back to the Future, right? So the Akashic records works like this. If you go back and you see your parents and you try to, at some point he's desperate because he's probably not gonna born, because the mother falls in love with another guy that it's not the father, right? Because he meddled in something. So he made a mistake, and the little you move, your entire history, your entire story is different. So you have to be very careful using these tools. The same with magic. That's why first reading something like this is great, because he explains where you have to stop, right? Where are the limitations of humans? And then he has this book that I love it. Probably should really read the entire book on a video, but this is Magic at Retreats on natural occultism. This is like a manual. So here he explains why magic is so dangerous and what can happen to you if you do magic, right? And what types of magic, that all the darkness. That's why sometimes I go with the witches and I say, you don't know what you're doing. You should stop. Magic is a very dangerous topic. But the ego of people sometimes gets take over, and they don't do the things the way should go. And then they have to pay the consequences. So this is good for healing, right? Even magic is good for healing. But never try to get into other people's lives. Not through the Akashic, not through magic, not through astrology or anything really. We should be respectful of other people's decisions. And ethic, it's about, well, if I'm gonna alter the life of somebody else, I better not, right? These are very nice, the 4 agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz. This is like the Toltecs. This is Mexican. This is very nice about love. I mean, it's an approach that many psychologists will be like, what? Because it's about acceptance, really. It's like if you love someone, you have to accept them just as they are. Whether you like it or not, how they are, that's love, right? But it starts with you. You have to love yourself just as you are. So the same with Buddhism, right? It's a different approach. It's not about changing, it's about ignoring acceptance, right? This is a very nice, these are very short books that you can really read very quickly. And this is like indigenous traditions, very, very nice, very easy to follow, really. They live with nature and with very simple way of look at nature, and without really acceptance is the easiest way, right? Instead of trying to change everything, the same with the Stoics. Just accept things just as they are and you'll be happier. And yeah, but the New Age is not about accepting, it's about changing. So that's the Saturn, Uranus differences, right? So we have the New Age. You can be better. You can overcome all this. You can cut all the cords with the past. You can ascend. You can have like a different dimension experience of life. This is very good. This is a wonderful teacher, William Meader. He's a philosopher, an esoteric philosopher and esoteric astrologer. He's awesome. Yeah, he's a very, very wise old man. And we have Alice Bailey, obviously. That's a very difficult part of the esoteric philosophy. Alice Bailey, they have to speak in codes. Oh my goodness. They couldn't really, that's why there were secret societies, right? So they have a language that you have to decipher to understand what they really mean. So the language is difficult. It gets like very dry, and sometimes you get lost in what is she trying to explain. But there's a lot of wisdom. All these esoteric philosophers, they took from India. They went to India to learn all the Hinduism. I have here a book of Hinduism. And the Bhagavad Gita as well. And then they translated through the lenses of the masters, right? The ascended masters. So all these teachers, Joshua David, these are like the students of Alice Bailey and others from the Philosophical Society. It has another name in London, and then was here in the United States and North America. And there was other. Rudolf Steiner is like the German, Austrian, I believe. Is this guy is amazing. Occultist, esoteric philosopher as well. Very, very interesting. From the beginning of the 20th century, all these guys brought all this knowledge that has permeated on to today. Joshua David, these are like the Christians doing esoteric philosophy for ascension, right? So this was a guy that was psychologist, but also very, very like a minister. So it's a very Christian mixture with all the esoteric philosophy. There's a lot of wisdom here. I like this book. Sometimes it's too much for me. They're very attached to the Christian tradition, so sometimes you don't know what comes from where, right? It's very intricate. That's the problem that I have with Elizabeth Clare Prophet and Joshua David Stone. You don't know if you're going to the church with them or if you're reading esoteric philosophy. And and I love the Christian thought, but it's sometimes I think they get a little bit carried away. But then there's like the other section. Oops. I have the Jungian and the more like the archetypal. These are good books. Jung, I mean, it's important to read Jung. Hillman, very interesting, the soul code. And this is revision psychology, right? Like every great psychologist has to be revisited by the next one because they're humans, right? And they make a lot of mistakes. So it's good too. But then I have here like the more esoteric new age, right? That it's more focused on the light and how to use energy to heal, right? So the others are more mental. These are more like experimental. Obviously it's all in the mind, right? All these topics are to if you don't use your mind to heal, it doesn't work. This is a healing through the mind, but this is focused on connecting your experience with the different dimensions and other beings of light that we cannot really see. So you have to be faithful, right? For this. And this is more like a psychological approach to stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to go through some other books here that I recommend. Yeah, this is very good. I mean, obviously, like I said, sometimes they have a lot of prejudice, but there's still good things on how to manage relationships better, yeah, for the sake of everybody involved. We have a crisis in relationships, right? And then obviously the history of the lives of the Ascended Masters is very interesting, how they go through their lives. Like, it's really how they did it in very, very difficult circumstances. And then for consciousness, Dr. David Hawkins has a very peculiar approach to consciousness. This is very good, how to let go. We have so much problems letting go, right? We can't let go of others. We can't let go of a way of being. We can't let go of anger, desire, apathy, depression, right? Healing the past. No, this is this is very good. I got through to David Hawkins, I believe, through I mean, there's a lot of YouTube videos about him with his conferences and everything. Obviously they are contemporaries of Alan Watts and others, right? Very famous. But when this actor used to have like a podcast with all the spiritual teachers, and he put this book that I forgot his name. Now he's a Christian again, a Catholic, so he lost all the. But Eckhart Tolle was with him once, and a lot of people. Caroline Myss, this is another very famous spiritual teacher. So yeah, we always have to take a look at what's going on around and really figure out what are our inclinations spiritually, we need to read different perspectives. So, for instance, I really like Buddhism, but I'm not the type that will follow Buddhism religiously, right? So I like their way of doing things, but it just doesn't go with my lifestyle. So you take what resonates and leave the rest behind. The same with all the Indian tradition. It's just like not for me. But the teachings are very, I'm more like European, the Greeks and the Romans. Obviously, that's my heritage as well. So I feel more connected to that tradition. And the New Age, even when I feel that sometimes they overdo it, I think that eventually what it's true about the New Age, the real teachers, the real like Dolores Cannon, because there's always someone trying to copy what others are doing, right? But all this wisdom that it's all this information that it's been channeled by many teachers, if you compare, it's the same. So that says that there's a truth behind all this. You may like it or not, but there's stuff that are coming to light and they're true. So it's good to be informed, right? But anyways, guys, I hope you have a chance to be inspired by some of these books, and maybe, I don't know where you can find them. Some are from bookstores, others are from Amazon, others I don't know, I took them around, so it's a mix of everything. But yeah, it's an invitation to read. Reading, there's always something that stays with you, and that's what matters. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please.